Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Underwater, homes and basements flooded along the shoreline as some parts of Metro Detroit saw as much as 3 inches of rain over the past 48 hours.
We're getting our first glimpse at what school might look like in the fall. Parents, brace yourselves. It's going to be a whole lot different.
But we're going to begin with Governor Whitmer making some more news of her own, shedding new light on where she stands as a potential vice presidential candidate. Glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 5. Today, the governor admitted she's had early discussions with the Biden camp.
It was during an appearance on the third hour of the Today Show. She called it a quote-unquote opening conversation, but offered up little else. Rod Maloney spoke with the governor this afternoon to follow up on those comments. Rod, good evening. What'd she have to say?
Well, Kimberly, she had some to say on this subject. She's been a little cagey about it. Now, she's had a long national media calendar here over the last couple of weeks. The View last week, this morning, it was the third hour of Today. But all along, she's been fairly consistent in saying she has not been seeking out this vice presidential talk.
It was just an opening conversation, and it's not something that I would call a professional, formalized vetting. I am making a little bit of time to stay connected to the campaign.
And she has been. Last Thursday, the governor joined in a Zoom town hall meeting with Joe Biden and a couple of governors talking about dealing with the virus. Whitmer admits to a good and close relationship with the former vice president. Now, the governor's been arm's length about the presidential ticket possibility, but the answer she gave this morning is getting more attention. Let's face it, as the spring wears on, the campaign's getting ready to heat up. Well, this afternoon, Local 4 had the opportunity to ask the governor to expand on her answer.
I've had an ongoing dialogue with the Biden campaign as one of the co-chairs. It's important that we are, have that open dialogue.
She said the contact on this subject came early on and explained that she's been a bit busy with a major crisis.
There was nothing more than a casual conversation early in the process, and that's all I was referring to. I really have been putting every ounce of energy that I have into managing our state through this unprecedented health and economic crisis.
And so now they're coming up on a convention. What that will look like, we don't know. How this vice presidential sweepstakes will go, we don't know, but we'll certainly be watching. Reporting live in West Bloomfield, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Okay, Rod, let's turn our attention to the weather now. After 48 hours of rain, we really need to dry out. Video from Sky 4 showing us the flooding in Macomb down to Monroe today, and the onshore winds have not been helping at all.
Yeah, you're right, Devin. So let's go ahead and bring in Ben Bailey with a look at what we've got headed into tonight. Folks along the lakes, they aren't out of the woods just yet, Ben.
No, Kim and Devin. In fact, even though the rain has stopped, those winds are still with us, and they will be at least through tonight, possibly tomorrow as well. Here's 4 Live radar. This is some good news, at least for the majority of us, is that rain has stopped falling, with the exception of just a few sprinkles down there in the southern end of the south zone. However, there are still lakeshore flood warnings up for Macomb, Wayne, and Monroe counties until 10 o'clock. By the way, that Macomb County warning was set to expire at 4 p.m. That got extended because of the situation. And also the River Rouge is under a flood warning until 8 p.m. tomorrow. It's almost at its highest point, and then that river should be receding tonight. It's about 1.5 feet above flood stage. Temperatures are going to fall into the 50s, but those east winds are still going to be with us tomorrow. We'll look at when those finally come to an end and your holiday weekend forecast in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben, and as Ben just showed us, the high winds, the lake levels, all causing flooding up and down the shoreline.
And Monroe County is seeing some of the worst of it. Take a look at this video from Sky 4 this afternoon, and you can see what was left behind after flooding last night. Our Grant Herms is live on the ground in LaSalle with what folks there are dealing with. Grant.
Well, Kimberly, the winds hadn't really let up all day until just a few minutes ago, but those waves are still breaking here along the walls of these homes here in LaSalle. And while folks say that they're starting to dry out just a little bit, they are preparing for more incoming water.
Flooded again. Neighborhoods and homes along Lake Erie and Monroe County dealing with water more than a foot deep into basements and homes.
We're just going to keep pumping it out and hope for the best, I guess. I mean, they're just going to, the waves will go over the house, like they are now, but picture that like 3 times worse. Scary.
Yeah. Chris Beeka and his neighbors have been dealing with flooding for years. Their homes are a little older than most on the block, which means they see some of the worst of the flooding.
But ours has never been raised, so we never had any extra dirt, so we're the lowest.
Right. How old is the house?
1910.
Wow. Yeah.
Fun.
Very fun.
What can you say?
The winds and flooding at one point were so bad it interrupted the mail and forced the Coast Guard to rescue at least one person who went out on the water on Monday. Their boat had to be left to drift. Just a few years ago, the floodwaters were several feet deep instead of only several inches. But according to the Army Corps of Engineers, water levels for Lake Erie earlier this year were the highest they've been in a century, and they're expected to stay that way, leading folks like Chris to plan for the worst.
Normally we leave, actually, because I got 2 little kids. But now we stay. So.
Now, some folks here do expect to get more flooding this evening. They say they're grateful for the pump system they have in their neighborhood, but it hasn't been working the way that it should in recent weeks because the water level has been so high, which means tonight they're planning on more flooding. In LaSalle, Grant Herms, Local 4.
All right, Grant, let's now turn to the coronavirus. Today, the state reporting 102 more deaths, along with 435 new cases. Today's count, sadly, bringing the number of deaths in Michigan to over the 5,000 mark. And amid this pandemic, we know next school year is going to be different in the fall, and now we're getting a glimpse at just how different it could be. Yeah, West Bloomfield schools sent out their framework for next year, and as Paula Tutman shows us, everything from fewer days at school to starting before fall is on the table.
For parents, the last several months have been challenging. Dana's son, George, is a 4th grader in the West Bloomfield School District.
We're really in each other's spaces all day, every day, and there's no respite from that.
West Bloomfield Schools has released its framework for the start of the school year, August 26th. Yep, that's the start of the new school year. The plan includes a hybrid learning model of partial remote learning. The district says of its 5,500 students that 92% of those students have participated in the mandatory remote learning classes. And so that would partially continue.
We're calling it our classroom to cloud framework for learning. And the first plan really is a blended learning experience. So students would attend, half the students roughly would attend in person Monday and Tuesday. The other half would be learning from home. Wednesday would be remote learning for all students across the district. And then Thursday and Friday would be the students who are learning at home would be in person, and the students who had been remote would have that same opportunity.
Wednesday would be a deep cleaning for school facilities. And so how do you choose who goes to school on what day?
If you have multiple children, we're not going to have you scattered all over the place. So if you have kids that are going to go Monday and Tuesday, then the entire family will go Monday and Tuesday.
The district is also looking at employing a team teaching approach.
That they would work in teacher teams. And so maybe that one teacher is responsible for the in-person instruction and the other teacher is responsible for those students who are working at home. Another option we have is remote learning only. We recognize we have some families who are not comfortable sending their kids back to school until there's a vaccine or we have better tracing mechanisms. And so that is an option for students as well.
Okay, so in the final analysis, I'm going to sound like a broken record a little bit here, but I have to say it, and that is what we report on today on this may change in the future because COVID will be the ultimate decider in exactly how students go back to school or if they go back to school and how they'll do that. Parents, however, say they're glad to at least get an inkling so they can at least get their head straight to start thinking about this. So stay with us at 6 o'clock. We're actually going to show you how 3 counties are working together to create a larger framework. Guys?
Yeah, you bet, Paula. We will talk to you again then.
Paula. Well, ahead of his visit to Ford's Rossonville plant on Thursday, President Trump says he might wear a mask. Here's what he said just a short time ago.
It depends. I mean, you know, in certain areas I would, in certain areas I don't. But I will certainly look at it. It depends on what situation. Am I standing right next to everybody or am I spread out? And also you look, you know, is something a hospital? Is it a ward? What is it exactly? I'm going to a plant, so we'll see. Where it's appropriate, I would do it, certainly.
Now, Ford's policy is for everyone to wear a mask inside the plant, but late tonight, the automaker says, quote, the White House has its own safety and testing policies in place and will make its own determination.
President Trump is defending his decision to take a still unproven drug to protect against coronavirus, despite criticism from medical experts. It comes as the president made a major announcement today to help protect the country's food chain. Alice Barr in Washington with the latest. Alice?
Devin, the drug hydroxychloroquine has long been used to fight malaria, but several recent studies have shown little benefit against coronavirus and plenty of risk.
President Trump venturing from the White House to Capitol Hill today without wearing a mask to meet with Republican lawmakers. The president defending his decision to take the controversial drug hydroxychloroquine despite FDA warnings of serious risks, including potentially fatal heart problems.
I think it gives you an additional level of safety, but you can ask many doctors are in favor of it. Many frontline workers won't go there unless they have the hydroxy. And so, again, this is an individual decision to make.
The White House doctor prescribed the drug at President Trump's request. Many medical experts harshly criticizing the move, saying the risks appear to outweigh the benefits.
It sets an irresponsible example to the American people. The president asks, what is there to lose? Well, potentially your life, Mr. President.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi weighing in to say the president of the United States shouldn't be taking an unapproved medication.
Especially in his age group and in his, shall we say, weight group, what is morbidly obese, they say.
As Speaker Pelosi and Senate Republicans negotiate the next round of emergency aid, top economic officials testified before a Senate committee today, defending how the Trump administration has used the trillions of dollars approved so far to try and get the economy moving again.
There is the risk of permanent damage. And as I've said before, we're conscious of the health issues, and we want to do this in a balanced and safe way.
Also today at the White House, President Trump focusing on the health of the nation's food chain, pledging $19 billion to help farmers and ranchers keep food on America's tables.
As negotiations continue over whether to include money for state and local governments in the next emergency relief package, President Trump announced today billions of dollars will go toward keeping public transportation running in several major cities. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
All right, Alice, well, starting today, Detroit Catholics can now head back to church.
New here at 5, we'll take you to one of the first in-person masses to show you what's different and what's staying the same. Here's Hank.
Millions have received their stimulus checks, but some of you haven't. And I've heard from you. And guess what? So has the IRS. In fact, now they have a new tool to help you track the money. I'll tell you about it tonight in my Help Me Hank report.
There's masks, and then there's these. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, the local manufacturer that is helping save lives.